Hi, everybody. Today is Monday the 16th. A lot of things are happening today. One of them happens to be my 11th month of post surgery. Yes, today is the anniversary of my surgery I had back in October. The only thing that I'm having problems with are my urinary retention. So basically, when I have to go potty, I can go potty and I can't completely eliminate or void. So I have to calf at least 3 to 4 times a day. And I do. Secondly, I'm reading 2 books. One is called Silence in the Basement, and the other one is called A Certain Hunger. Yesterday I was giving A Certain Hunger tops 3. Right now it's climbing a little bit more because I'm able to connect with it. I'm able to connect with the fictional characters a lot more now that I'm getting further into the book itself. And the other book itself, Silence in the Basement, I'd give it a 4. With A Certain Hunger, it takes me back to when my mother got very sick in 2019. I remember it as if it were yesterday. It all started in July. In fact, the weekend of the 4th of July, it happened. It started to get sick where she was starting to have a lot of discharge down there, and she thought she was having periods, menstrual periods. No. And where she had to go through a number of doctors, a lot of doctors in little time. So the book itself reminds me of what my mother and we went through. And the reason I say that is because I did go through it with her. I went through her pains, her struggles, where you don't even feel like yourself anymore. You don't even feel human. You really don't. So, with that in mind, as I said, we did a lot in a little bit of time. So July, and she passed away in November. Yes, because we went to the Marshfield Clinic here. We went to the ER, to the hospital, to St. Joseph's in Marshfield. Then we went to Point, or Stevens Point. Then finally we went to Madison, where I had my surgery. Point being is that, as my mother had said once upon a time, if you have money, or you're a popular person, or you're famous, they'll do everything and anything to get you better. In my opinion, my mother didn't have to suffer as much as she did. She didn't. Nowhere near it. The truth about it is that people do not care if you don't have money and or you're not famous. If you're somebody, I mean, if you're nobody, but if you're somebody, they certainly care, especially if you have money. They care. So again, the reason why I'm connecting with both of the books a lot more, especially A Certain Hunger now, is because it's reminiscent of what I had gone through back in 2019. Now, flipping the pages a little bit. Tomorrow is going to be a big day because I take my road test with the bus company to see about getting my endorsement, my P&S or passenger and school bus endorsement. I pray to Jesus I pass that test. Secondly, once I do all that, I'm imagining that they're going to be setting me up for any type of routes. My sister came over here this morning, and I understand where she's coming from. She was emotional. She started to cry a little bit, but at the same time, it's like, that's one reason in particular why I'm not involved. No, that's exactly why. And I understand she's emotional too because her car is her lifeline. Well, you have to get it fixed in order for you to continue on. I mean, seriously, even me when I the middle part of August, I was an emotional shit. I really was, because I went to an auto place that I trusted, and having them check out one thing, it turns out, they're telling me an amount, and I'm like, no, I'll pick it up. And that's when my car decided to have the transmission go out on it. It's still drivable, yes. However, it going from fifth to first gear, it's very difficult. Basically stopping and then starting up again. It's very difficult. So my point is that I had an emotional end of the first part of the month. The end of August, and it was just like, oh, excuse me, I had to sneeze. I didn't think you guys wanted to see it. Yeah, I had a very emotional time. Since May, it's been a roller coaster of living. Seriously. Because in May, I was fired from my job because I wasn't compliant according to what the client's needs were, or their quote unquote rules. And I'm thinking to myself, fine, no problem. So at the by the following day, I was literally working on getting something else. In the meantime, I was also doing my Uber dashing. It was crazy. And then I went to the post office, and I found out that I couldn't really work for them because of the fact that I mean, come on. It's June, July. It's the summer. And the hot box that you're in all the time, it's over 100 degrees in there. There's no air conditioning. And the amount that they pay per hour is nowhere near enough. You know, it's not. But I decided I would take a chance. And the day after I took a chance and I quit. I did. I quit a month later. No. I went to ER because I was having palpitations. Turns out that I have a right branch block in my heart. You know, basically it's where it does. I mean, a lot of people have it and don't even realize it. But anyway, long story short, I'm better now. I'm still working on getting my urinary retention resolved, and it may never ever be resolved. That means I'll have to calf for the rest of my life. Kind of like having to dilate for the rest of my life. That leads me to my other subject. Dilating. Had I known what I know now, I don't think I would have went for full depth vaginoplasty. Not only that, but I would have saved at least a couple $1,000. Seriously. And in getting laser and electrolysis on my nether region. Yeah. But it's neither here nor there because it's already done. But anyhow, I thought you guys would like to have an update of what I'm currently reading, what my current life situation is all about, and how I'm doing in the midst of all of it. Love you all. Cass loves you too. Cass loves you too. Have a great day, y'all. Be your best you. Love you. Bye.